Hello students, I welcome you to this module of learning. Today we will learn about short story writing. Let's begin. What is a story? A story is the form of writing where an incident or an action takes place around the characters. It is a work of fiction or imagination which is usually written in easily understandable language with a natural flow of speech. It is meant to be read at a single sitting and therefore it should be direct and brief. Let us know about the format of the story writing. It includes the title of the story, an interesting start, which is the beginning. The beginning or the introduction of the story is very important. This is the part where you can hook the readers and capture their attention. Your story should build up a plot. Here is where the actual narration of the story takes place. The events that occur or the description of the situation will be written in the plot. A plot must always have a conflict, which is the focus of any story. The climax or a conclusion. This is where the story will come to its logical conclusion. If there is a plot twist, this is where you will include it. Always end your story in an interesting manner. There are 5 elements of a short story. They are setting, character, plot, conflict, theme. Let us discuss about setting. The setting of a story gives important information such as when the story is taking place, where the story is taking place, what environment of the story is occurring in. It sets the mood and helps us to guess what might happen next in the story. It could include place, time, social conditions, mood, or atmosphere. Characters. Characters are the people who are involved in the story. It could be anyone, a living person, a dead person, a ghost, imaginary character, an alien, or even a toy. But remember, fewer are better. Introduce less, but emit full characters. Plot. The order of the events that make up a story. The plot usually begins with an exposition, which introduces us to the characters and the background information of the story. After the exposition comes the rising action, which involves complications that lead to the conflict between the characters. After the rising action, we reach the climax, which is the turning point in the story. After the climax, there is a falling action, which leads to the resolution of the conflict. Conflict is the opposition of forces which ties one incident to the another one, and it keeps on making the plot. There could be 2 conflicts. External conflict, which is a struggle with a force outside oneself, or it could be an internal conflict, a struggle within oneself. A person must make some decision. Maybe he is overcoming some pain, maybe quieting their temper, or resisting an urge. Theme. Main element of the short story. It may be a moral, a message, a lesson learned from the story. It connotates central meaning or the idea of the story. It is a message that gives an opinion about life, humanity, or society. These are the examples of the theme. You might include them or any other, like love, friendship, good versus the evil, importance of family, or it could be any. Points to remember while writing a story. While writing a story, some points should be kept in mind. They are: a title must be given to the story. Focus should be on a single incident. Mainly use past tense while writing a story. Frame the story in such a way, keeping in mind the central character. The moral of the story should be very clear. Language should be simple and innovative. Remember, you have to be in limit. The word limit is 150 to 200 words. Reassure your story has a moral. Here, there is generally two ways the students are asked to attempt the story writing. One, with a complete outline to create a story. Another one, with some opening lines wherein you have to develop the story. There is some clue here. A house on fire, baby sitting at one of the window, all confused. Young man risks his life, takes a ladder, saves the boy. Everyone cheers. Let us read the story. A daring rescue. Last evening, when I was returning home from work, I saw there was a house on the roadside on fire. Yellow flames were leaping towards the sky. A crowd gathered and made hue and cry. I stopped my bike and ran towards the house to see if I could be of any use. I saw people were looking at the first floor window where a small baby was sitting and crying. The people were talking amongst themselves, but nobody was taking any step to save the baby. Even I was confused what to do. I was trying to find something which could be of help. Just as I was in my thoughts to help, I saw a young man running towards the house with a ladder made of bamboo. Seems he knew the baby, as he looked worried. He immediately put the ladder below the window and climbed up. He reached the window and picked the baby. The young man slung him across his shoulders and climbed down the ladder. As he got down the bamboo ladder caught fire instantly. The young man had been just in time to save the baby. This brought a smile on everyone's faces, and all cheered the young man. I too applauded for the real hero. The fire brigade also arrived, tried to put down the fire. I went home thinking, still, there are some people who believe in serving the humanity, even at the cost of their lives. The moral of the story is serving mankind is just serving God. Here is another sample story wherein opening line is being given. A boy liked playing cricket and wanted to be a cricketer at any cost. He worked hard day and night and targeted at his goals with full enthusiasm. Once a visitor came to his house and told him the story is to be completed by the students. Here is the story given. It is a story on hard work. Read the story and you are going to get enough information about how to develop a story when the opening lines are given. I hope this session was clear enough. Thank you.